Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Desi Stark and today we're doing Sisley-Paris Brand Review Part 2. I will attach Part 1 right here when I went through certain products that Sisley-Paris has to offer, and today we're actually doing a review on the remaining products of Sisley-Paris. So I hope you enjoy today's Part 2 of Sisley-Paris. Stay tuned. Now, one category that Sisley absolutely excels in is blushes. And I have two different blushes by Sisley. I have the Orchidea collection. They come in 3 different shades. And what I have on my face today is actually the coral one, which is this one. This is the most perfect coral, peachy kind of a shade that you can find. And I do adore this formula because there's 3 different textures in one compact, so when you swirl your brush around, you kind of picking up a little bit of everything. There is satin here, there's matte, there's a little bit of shimmer. This is actually a formula that I cannot replicate with anything else, and I have to say that this blushes, I'll show you the other 2 shades, but this formula is probably one of my favorite blush formulas ever. And I have a lot of different blushes. I love the Tom Ford blushes. I absolutely love the Chanel blushes. There's so many other blushes that I love. The Chantecaille blush. And I have a very large collection of blushes, but this is one of my, if not my favorite formula. So this is the coral one. Same comes in, this is the original, the Orchidea, and this is a little deeper. So if you have a deeper skin tone, or you can use this as a bronzer as well. I can use it actually both ways. And this is the rose one. So this is more of a pinky blush. Sisley just released a new formula, the Le Fito blush, and I actually did a review on that. So this blush comes in 6 different shades. A few of them are matte and a few of them are shimmery. I do like these blushes a lot. They're actually they're priced a little bit better than these. They're a little cheaper. I still like this formula way better just because, again, I cannot replicate this this formula with anything else. This just, it's so easy on the cheek. It's so easy to apply. It's so blendable. Satin, very natural, just perfect. I do like this formula as well. I just picked up a few more shades, but this is the matte formula. This is in Pink Peony, I think it's called. Yeah, one Pink Peony. And this is in Golden Rose. This is more of a highlighter if you ask me, and that's how I used it today. I have it as a highlight. As you can see, it is beaming. This one has a very subtle rose scent. I like the formula. They are very blendable. It doesn't disappoint me, but I have to say I do prefer actually this formula way more. Now this is a bronzer. This is the Fito Touche. And this is how it looks like. This is this kind of a gel consistency. This comes in only 1 shade, and this is it. It leans a little bit on the warm side. This formula reminds me a little bit of the Chantecaille bronzers, Goa and Serena. Goa happens to be one of my actually favorite bronzers. Serena is very warm. Goa is more on the neutral side. That Chantecaille bronzer actually has a very similar formula. It's also this baked kind of gel consistency, just like this one. Now here's the best thing about this. This shade is right between Goa and Serena. And I don't necessarily use this as a bronzer. I would put it on top of my bronzer, and this is how I used it today, because it does give you a very natural glow to the skin. I like very neutral bronzers. That's just what goes better with my skin. But this actually kind of gives you a bit of a sun glow, if you will. I think this this bronzer is really beautiful. I usually put it at the end or on top of my bronzer, and I think this is what you can see on my forehead is actually this product. Now let's talk about lip products, because Sisley actually has one of the best formulas on the market when it comes to lip products. My lips are perpetually dry, so I always need to have something moisturizing on my lips, and I do prefer a balmy either satin or kind of more of a moisturizing formula. And I have to tell you that one of my absolute favorite formulas out of any lipsticks is these Phyto lip twists, and I have quite a few different shades of them. I'll show you my favorite ones, but what I'm wearing today is number 11, which is this shade. This is the most neutral shade that you can find, and again, these are they're like that. They have a cap and then they're twisty. This lip formula is amazing. So this is half balm, half lipstick, but they're pigmented enough to give you enough color, but also they feel as if you're wearing nothing. I don't feel it on my lips. They're very moisturizing. They're not heavy on the lip. This formula is just so fantastic. There's no scent to these. This is my absolute favorite formula. I would even prefer this formula to any of the Tom Ford lipsticks, and if you've seen any of my videos before, you know that I love Tom Ford lipsticks. I think I probably have almost every shade, but I do like this formula so much. It's a spectacular product in my book, and especially nowadays, because we're gonna tend to use lighter products with the masks and everything. Now this is not exactly mask proof, but because it's more of a balmy consistency, it will stay on the lip, and it does stay on the lip actually for a long time, although it's a balmy consistency, so I don't have to reapply it because it does have enough pigmentation. I love this formula, and I like actually that the shades are kind of numbers. Just how simple is that? 13 is a beautiful red. 4 is actually more of a matte. So this lip comes in a matte formula. Most of them have satin formula, but a few of them actually have a matte formula. It's not a true matte though. It's still a bit of a satin. I don't like matte lipsticks. They tend to be drying on my lips. This is not a drying matte formula. So 4 is a beautiful pink. 8 is another one that I love. It has more of a kind of a coral shade. And then my second favorite is actually 10. So I do like 11 and 10 the most. These are probably my most used ones. But 10 is this very subtle, I would say pink, but just a very sophisticated pink. So this one here is 10 and the other one here is 11, the very natural neutral shade. Now when it comes to a lipstick, so this is the lipstick, and most of these are satin finish. They're extremely pigmented, but yet so comfortable on the lips. I'll give you I brought my 3 favorite shades here. 15 Beige Manhattan. I do love the shade a lot. I'll put it here. So this is Beige Manhattan. I also love 21, which is more of a neutral plum. So this is actually the one here. I sometimes have a hard time finding a pink that I really like. Wait, 22 is a beautiful pink. That it's not too hollow, it's not too reddish, it's just the perfect, I don't want to call it, not a bubblegum pink, it's just a very nice pink color. I love this this pink. Sisley also has this liquid lipstick. This, I'm not the biggest fan of these. They tend to disappear from your lips very fast, but they are kind of very nice sheer, kind of gives you a very light coverage. They're very comfortable on the lips as well. I like them, but this is an easy skip. I think I can dupe this with other stuff that I have in my collection. And these are the new glosses by Sisley. Now I have to tell you, I bought a bunch of colors, a bunch of different shades. I think initially I bought 4 or 5. This is a very comfortable clear gloss with a hint of some kind. And as I said, I bought 4 or 5 different shades, and when you swatch them, they all look differently, but then when you put them on your lip, they kind of all look the same. So I kept one of them just because I wanted to have a clear gloss. This is in shade 2. This has like a beige pinkish hint, but when you apply it on the lip, it really doesn't give you absolutely any pigment. It's just a very clear gloss. It's very comfortable on the lips though. It gives you a little bit of a juicy kind of voluptuous effect, and I do like that. And it's very light and very thin. You don't really feel it. There's no scent of any kind. It's a solid gloss. I don't know if it's worth the money, but nothing about this gloss bothers me. Nothing. It's just a solid gloss. Now I will make actually a specific video on my best lip liners, because for me lip liners are very important, especially finding the right formula that is not too drying but at the same time comfortable and long wearing, and also finding the right shades. But one of my best formulas, top 3 I have to say, is Sisley. And I brought my 3 favorite shades here. Nude, which is just a nude pencil. Then I have my second best is the rose, and it's actually a neutral rose. The shade looks exactly as you see it here, by the way. And my third favorite is Rose Passion, which is more of a kind of a pinkish hint. Now, why do I like these lip liners? They're very soft, and when you apply them, they seem as if they're not going to dry down and they're going to disappear, but they don't. They're actually very comfortable. This is a spectacular formula for a lip liner. One of my, again, top 3 in lip liner category. Eyeliners. I love Sisley's formula when it comes to eyeliners. Again, probably top 3 in my book. And there's 2 types. There's the kohl eyeliner, and they also have these kind of like gel waterproof liners. And let's start with the gel ones, the waterproof. These actually come in 2 different formula. One of them are kind of sparkly, the other ones are completely matte. I have heard that the sparkly bits could potentially bother your eye. Now, I have very sensitive eye, and everything that, even the littlest, powder, whatever gets into my eye, they tend to tear up. So you would think that these would bother me, and they actually don't. Some of the Chanel eyeliners, when I put them in my waterline, they actually do bother me. I have to take it off. I cannot wear it. These actually don't. I have obviously a lot of them. There is a sparkling bronze, which is actually a green. That's probably one of my favorite shades, just because I have green eyes, so it's very difficult for me to find a green that's that beautiful. I do love this green a lot, although it's called sparkling bronze. It's not a bronze. And what I have today on my eye, and actually I kind of created this wing with the sparkling brown. This is another shade that I absolutely adore, and this is probably my most repurchased shade, just because I tend to use this shade a lot. This is just gorgeous. Now, they do set eventually, but they give you ample time to work with it. That's why I had the time to create like a wing a little bit with this pencil. And I have other shades. I brought here the black, the sparkling black, also sparkling steel, and a mystic green. I like the mystic green as well as this dark green. Now, the Phyto Kohl Perfect is actually this. And they come with obviously the pencil, which is like a simple kohl pencil, and then a smudger on the other side. I have to tell you something about these, because when I bought it the first time and I put it on, I said, where is the color? So what I'm trying to tell you is that there's not a lot of pigment in these, but I think that's the intent here. They're intentionally not made extremely pigmented because you can build them and then you can smudge them. And also, sometimes I find it difficult to find something that I look good on a Zoom call without looking too makeup-y, but I still need a little something in my waterline, and these are just perfect for that. And again, I have them in a variety of shades here. I have the brown, black, the purple one is incredible, by the way. Then I have this one is in steel. I have just a white one. Sometimes I need a white one as well. Since we're on the topic of eyes, I'm going to go into eyeshadow. Sisley does have a bunch of singles. They do have quads. I don't have any of the quads. I don't even know if they still have them. I think they are kind of around, but I never tried them. This is probably one of the very few products that I haven't tried, but obviously I tried the single eyeshadows. This is a new product, probably 6-7 months old. They replaced the old ones with this. Now, I have to be honest with you, and if you've seen any of my videos before, you know that I'm very direct and I'm very honest, and I would like to think that I have the point of reference. So I'm going to express my personal opinion here. Please do not take it the wrong way. I see no value in single eyeshadows overall. I'm not just talking about Sisley. I just don't like single eyeshadows because I usually need more than one shade to play up the kind of the shape of my eye. I just need it. My eyes are that way that I cannot just use one eyeshadow, and to be quite honest, I just don't see the value in one shade. I mean, for that price, I think this is like $60. I can get a whole palette of at least 4, a quad for the price of one. So I generally don't like single eyeshadows. I have a bunch of them and I never use them. This actually I've had probably for 6-7 months ever since it came out, and today is the second time that I used it, and I only picked it up for the purpose of this video. This is a pretty shade though. This is Silky Chestnut. This is what I have on my eyes. And yes, the formula, if you like single eyeshadows, the formula of Sisley eyeshadows is actually quite good. There's not a lot of fallout. I love that. They're pigmented enough. They're blendable. They have a slight sheen to them. Yes, it's a beautiful formula. I feel like brands usually make the majority of their money. The profit margin is very large on a single eyeshadow like this one. So I just don't... That model is just, I'm not a big fan of that. So single eyeshadows, not for me. Sisley-Paris has 2 actually concealers, and I like them both. This one I have in shade 1, I think, yes. And this is the twisty kind. It has a cap and it has a bit of it has this sponge. This is a very light concealer. I usually use it on my days that I go to the gym or just need a little bit of highlight, and I have extremely dark circles, so this is usually not enough on a daily basis, but this is a good brightener and a highlighter if you want it to be. It's quite beautiful. It actually doesn't even have to be set. That's why I like putting it a little bit when I, again, go to the gym or run to the store and I don't have any makeup on. I do love this product. This is actually a product that I keep on repurchasing. The full coverage concealer is this one, and I also have it in shade 1 only because 1 has a bit of a kind of a peachy salmon shade to it, which usually cancels out the darkness, and I have it. I need help in that department. But this is actually, it has this metal cooling applicator, and this is a full coverage concealer. So this is what I have on today, and that was enough. I didn't use them both. Sometimes I use them both, just this one for more of a highlighter and this one just to cancel out the darkness. This concealer, it doesn't crease, it doesn't budge, it's absolutely gorgeous. This is actually one of my favorite concealers. I have to compare it actually to Pat McGrath, which is another one of my favorite concealers. The Hourglass concealer actually has almost the same consistency. This is better. because it's lighter but yet more pigmented, so it covers more without the heaviness and the coverage. So this is a beautiful, beautiful product. I have to talk to you about this product. This is called All Day All Year, and it's an anti-aging product. So this is obviously a cream. Now this has an SPF of 8. You have to wear SPF sunscreen on a daily basis, even if you're indoors, because sun rays actually tend to bounce off of furniture, and 70% of the wrinkles and fine lines and aging that happens on your skin is actually contributed by the sun. So you need some kind of sunscreen on a daily basis, again, even though we're spending a lot of time at home. So that's why I love this product, because although it doesn't say anywhere, that's how the United States, I think this product in Europe, when it's sold, it has a label that says SPF 8. Here in the United States, we don't have that because it has to go through the Federal Drug Administration, and it's not allowed to. It doesn't, but it is equal to SPF 8, which is the minimum sunscreen that you should have on your face on a daily basis. I love this cream. It's also lifting and firming and anti-aging. Yes, it's a pricey product, but I've been using this for a very long time, and on the days that I'm only at home, I know I'm going to be at home, this is the only thing that I use. And sometimes I would, and I make sure that I put a foundation on top that has at least SPF 25, so I have a little bit more of a sunscreen. But I love this product. This is a winner for me. Toning lotion. No, this is a product that I have to say no. It's just very expensive. I don't like toning lotions anyway. I actually use lotion P50 by Biologique Recharge that actually does something, and I see it working, and it has been improving my skin. This I've had for a very long time, and I try to use it and it doesn't do anything. So this is a big no for me. Yes, there's some products by Sisley that I do not like, and this is one of them. It just doesn't do anything. One thing that I'm currently using by Sisley is the eye and lip makeup remover. This is a good, I don't use it for the lips, I only use it for the eyes, and I do like it. It doesn't irritate my eyes. It's actually very gentle on the eye, but effective. I do like this product. Another product that I actually do not like by Sisley are their mascaras. I don't have any of them, but I have tried them in the past. They have two kinds, and I just don't like both of them, to be quite honest. I do not wear any faux lashes or eyelash extensions. I never have. They tend to bother my eyes, and I don't like that look. But I still want to have the effect of a faux lash, meaning I want my eyelashes to be full and curled and lengthened, and I just want that luscious, voluptuous, voluminous lash. And Sisley-Paris mascaras do not accomplish that, so they're not worth the money. They're overly expensive for what they are. Now I also have to tell you about a few of their masks. Sisley's masks, regardless of which one you pick up, they're all fantastic. The velvet one is gorgeous. The black rose one is one very, very famous one. It's not my favorite one, but I do like it. It kind of makes your skin very glowy, very fresh, and very moisturized. It doesn't matter which mask you pick up by Sisley, they're all incredible. I do have better masks, face masks in my collection, to be quite honest, and I probably need to dedicate a video just for that. But Sisley-Paris masks used to be my absolute favorite until I discovered some other masks that I'll keep for the next video. But I do love their masks. They're also, for what they are, I think they're actually worth the price, and you can see a result. I didn't bring any of the face mask or hair products because that would have been a very long video, but I don't like all the hair products by Sisley, but I do love the new hair mask by Sisley. I featured it in one of my previous videos. It's probably the best hair mask that I have ever used. So if you have a chance to pick that up, you will not regret it. The shampoos by Sisley are, to be quite honest, okay. They tend to flatten and straighten my hair, and that's the part that I don't like. The hair oil is beautiful, but again, it tends to, for some reason, that's the effect that it has on my hair, but it straightens it and it makes my hair look as if I have less hair. And I have fine hair, so maybe that's the problem, but I do have a lot of hair, and I don't want the volume to be diminished. I know a lot of people actually love hair products by Sisley. I also think that they're completely natural as well. And that's it for today. I hope you found this helpful. Please tell me what your favorite Sisley products are. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye.